now going to go to Amy Sousa and Courtney Piper. They're in the United States and they're organisers of the march on DC. So they're going to give us some information on that. Over to you, Amy and Courtney.
We are organizing an event called Women Picket DC to protest Biden's executive order on gender identity. We are founding members of the organization, which has just started since February 1st. And I would like to also introduce Dansky, who is another organizing member. Also, she is the WHRC country contact. And I want to just have her talk a little bit about the EO.
Our Women Picket DC event was frankly inspired by President Joe Biden. As many of you know, on January 20th, he issued an executive order that will essentially erase women and girls in federal administrative law in the US. And the day after he signed that order, I was feeling very disheartened, and I phoned my good friend Courtney, who's going to be speaking with us today. And we were talking, and in the course of our conversation, all of a sudden an image popped into my head of the suffragists standing outside the White House holding a sign that said, "Mr. President, how long must women wait for liberty?" And I thought, Courtney, we need to do this. We have the exact same question today that the women had 100 years ago. Mr. President, how long must women wait for liberty? So Courtney took the idea and ran with it, and she's going to tell you how we've gotten this done. I want to go on to just also say that in terms of the executive order, WHRC USA is working so hard. We have so many women working so hard to write letters to various federal agencies to explain to the heads of agencies why the replacement of sex to mean gender identity in the law is dangerous and harmful to women and girls. We are doing this now. President Biden gave us essentially until April 30th to explain to these agencies why what he has done is so harmful to women and girls, and we are doing our best. I also just want to say very briefly on the topic of the Equality Act, which is separate. That's a bill pending before Congress. The Senate Majority Leader is a man named Charles Schumer, and he could bring up the Equality Act for a vote at any time, and we're hoping he doesn't do that. And so many of you saw an email from Joe requesting women to sign on to a letter to his staff. And I really want to thank the almost 700 women who have signed that from all over the world. We need to tell our Senate Majority Leader why passing the Equality Act would harm not only US women, but women all over the world. So thank you so much to all the women who have already signed it. If you haven't, please sign it. I just want you to know this is not a request to sign a petition that's going into the void. We have a direct contact with someone in his office. We need to tell him what this is going to do to women and girls all over the world. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, WHRC. Back to Amy.
Okay, thanks, Kara. So I want to share with everyone some of the wins and successes that we have had as an event and as an organization. And I really just want to hopefully inspire people, because this started just 1 month ago with 4 organizing members. So it was 4 of us, and now it has grown. We are a delegation of over 50 members. We started simply with our own passion and our energy around this, and it has just been exponential with women coming on and on. We're incredibly passionate about our values, and those values are simply that women and girls are fully embodied whole human beings. And there are no special categories of men or boys that somehow deserve our single sex rights to privacy, safety, and fairness based on our sex and our bodies. So our event has been incredibly contagious. We have 50 delegates in all kinds of states. We have 13 partnerships with feminist organizations here domestically and internationally. This includes WHRC USA was our very first endorser and partner in this. So we've been so thankful for and grateful for that. We have had all kinds of media that we have garnered, including Kara did a fantastic interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News, which is a national media spot. After that spot that Kara did, that's over 3 million viewers. she plugged the WHRC and it actually shut down the WHRC website because of how many views it garnered for that. So we had so many signatories that were developed because of that spot. We've also had spots with Graham Linehan, Kelly J. Keane. These are both international UK. Free Birth Society, which also again was 3 million viewers. So we have people that have been now seeking us out and trying to develop relationships with us for our protest and for our event. We've spoken with Benjamin Boyce, so many people. We know that what is happening right now is that women are just thirsty for opportunities to share their passion and to have a concrete place to put their righteous rage all right, so I'm going to now introduce Courtney Piper, who is our director of Women Picket DC. She's going to tell you a little bit about how we accomplish these goals.
Thank you for having me. So we're really proud, like Amy said, of what we've accomplished in about 30 days. We're almost at $30,000 in our fundraiser. We use the Give Butter format for that. We have had issues in the past with organizations working with other fundraising sites. So I want to tell you about the nuts and bolts of how we did this, because our goal is to essentially share this information and give it as a formatting if you're now just starting an organization or if you want to develop your organization. So first and foremost, the foundation of your organization is so important. You need to pull in women who are gender critical, who are visible, who are motivated, who have the time, who are polished in their skill sets already. They don't have to be perfect professionals, but they have to be polished in their skill sets and be willing to learn and have the time to do these things very, very quickly. It's a fast moving river when you're doing a short fundraiser in a short amount of time. So we've had that. We've pulled in our foundational members and we have a lot of diversity on our team. It's very important to have an audience where you include women from all sections of society, socioeconomically and ethnically. So we have women of color who are represented on our board and in our advisory. We have taken a lot of time to craft our own optics and our visualizations. And I wanted to show you some of our marketing strategies from the very beginning. So in the United States, and like most places around the world, some of the feminist communities can be very divided in some ways. And so our goal was to create a coalition that reflected, first and foremost, centered mothers and their children, because when we get into that optic, we want to make sure that we're representing all of humanity and centering, like other women have also mentioned, mothers and the environment. It's essential that we make that connection to radical feminism and radical environmentalism. It's one and the same, okay? It's essential that you have women in your foundation that represent all women. Like I said, making sure that you're tapping into all those target markets. So with our visual, and I believe we can't pull it up, that's okay. Go to our website and you'll be able to see our poster that we created at womenpicketdc.org. I want to show you a couple of pieces of our marketing. We did a sweatshirt here. It says, "The word woman is taken." That's one of our taglines. It was a nod to what Posey had done across the pond. This is our own branding. And then we have a separate one that's a little more unisex, okay? And so we carefully crafted that messaging and the visualization of representing mothers in this movement. Let's see, I wanna touch on a couple of things. Let's see. Oh, fundraising is extremely important. So we have a team member, Sam Berg is a team member of ours. She has extensive experience in fundraising. So it's really important to make sure that you're doing a ton of outreach there, that you're thanking your endorsers, that you're thanking your contributors, and that you have a staff dedicated to that. Because women are fueled in this movement. They are seeking places to put their money, especially mothers who cannot be visible in this movement because of, the connection to their children and all of that. So people are willing to give right now and they're giving, and it's very important to thank them and have strategies around all of that. Just in the last 5 minutes, we've had 50 new signatures on the Schumer letter. So Again, thank you so much, Joe.
And
for the time.
please live stream us and watch the event. Be a part of it.